Hello YouTubers. In this video I'm going to be covering a catastrophic event that was averted on my Weber Genesis 330 grill. So the issue ended up being that the system caught on fire. What had happened was we had turned the grill on to burn it off for the season, any kind of bugs and whatever gets up in there over the course of the winter. We wanted to burn all that stuff off because we were planning to cook out with it. And so when we lit it, we were lit up just fine. Everything was going just fine. Left the doors open, luckily in our case, because probably 5 minutes later, I saw a massive fire coming out of the grill. And I rushed toward it to see what I could determine, and then went and grabbed a water hose. Now, some of you are going to say that you don't want to spray water on a potential grease fire. This was not a grease fire. The fire was coming out from underneath this, and I could tell that it was coming out by the propane tank. So I immediately grabbed a hose and started spraying the water, had my wife call 911, and that was the right call. And that's what I wanted to share with you. A grease fire is different than propane tank fire or propane fire. You want to handle them differently. And I'm only covering the propane tank. If people want to comment down below about grease fires and to help others, what you should be doing with these things in the event a grease fire happens on one of these grills, please comment so that others can benefit from your education. Mine was a propane tank, and we know what the source ended up being. Didn't know it at the time, but we had punctured the line because of where it was touching underneath. And propane was coming out of this, and I didn't realize that my goal was to get the water, put it on the propane tank, back to the source as best I can to keep things cool and under control until the fire department could arrive. What had ended up happening is their water along with my water, somebody with the proper equipment and gloves on came up, turned off the tank, and the problem stopped. And so that is how you solve a propane tank. Here's why I put water on it and didn't walk away. And I don't suggest you walk away from it as well, but I suggest you do it whatever you can as in as safe a manner as possible to protect yourself and others. I didn't want it to explode. I can see this thing going into a bazillion pieces all over the place, possibly catching parts of a house on fire, woods on fire, injuring others. People that are in the vicinity might get some sort of shrapnel. You don't want to have that happen. And that was the first thing I was thinking. If you recall, or you may have surmised by the channel, I was in the Coast Guard. And these are how we handle those issues. And the purpose of this video is to prepare you. Maybe you look at this thing in advance. Maybe you've just bought a Weber grill and you want to understand how to handle a certain event, and a propane fire is dealt with water. And I just wanted you to know that. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to replace the part and get it back together and test to see if we have any leaks, and then light the grill back on. So let's do that. So when ordering the part, be very specific with your grill. Weber has a Weber replacement parts.com. Anyway, you can go to Weber.com and you can look for your replacement parts, and in it, you want to punch in your serial number. And the serial number, I think it was on my paperwork inside. So I found the serial number that told Weber what this was, and you order the right part. Because I will tell you, if you just go online and look for 30-inch hose with the valve here, or the whatever that is. Anyway, there are different fittings on the ends, and that could be your problem. So make sure you buy the right part, and you can get the specific part if you have the serial number for the device at Weber. All right, so let's get the thing replaced. Okay, so I think I've got the part back in. The screws went in from the outside, and I think we're ready to test this. Yeah, so let's get a tank in here and see what we have. Our new pipe, fresh from Weber. And now we need to make our connection. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is put back on my connector. I'm going to figure out, because this is the original part, I'll be able to take this and screw it in to figure out the number of threads. Because if you see, one side has made more contact than the other. I want to make sure I put back on which side went on which side, even though all it is a pass-through. Hopefully I'm making sense. If this is the side this goes on, which I don't think it is. This side here went on the other side. This must have gone here originally. Okay, so let me tighten that up. This is a 5/8, that's a 3. So our connector is made there. Now we're going to put on our new pipe here. If I can do it one-handed. And again, 5/8, 3/4. Excuse me. So the connector is loosely on. Let's take our 5/8 and 3/4 and let's tighten this side. So I slipped on the collar that goes here and tightened up our hose. I just didn't mention that before, but all I did was 5/8, 3/4. But I inserted this. If you recall, this goes up here. So let me get the 2 screws that come from the outside end to screw into this piece here. So the screws are in. Can only go one way. Here's our bracket in there. There you see it anyway. All right, that's in. Now let's connect up our tank and give it a test. Okay, got the grill hooked back up. We are ready to test. So the first thing that I want to do when you mess with any kind of connections, even here, is cut on the gas and do the old sniff test. Don't smell anything here. Let me put my nose back here where it's connected. If you can see that it's connected there, let me put my nose. I don't smell anything. I don't hear anything. So let's light this bad boy up. Okay, she appears to be functioning as you would expect. So again, my problem was this hose here, somehow or another, was touching up here. This right here. I really don't know how. Honestly, I don't. It doesn't even want to go that way. But stranger things have happened in life. It was up there and it got nicked. I don't know. Anyway, this video covers, what I did to replace the line with a new one, and how I was able to keep the fire under control until help arrived. Anyway, YouTubers, my grill is back together. If you like the video, like the video.